Hello. Have you ever wondered why traffic accidents involving oversized trucks continue to occur? The cause may be due to the driver's driving skills or natural dangers. Operating heavy equipment requires extreme concentration. Let's find out how cars overcome these difficulties. The cable was as tight as guitar strings, but pulling these monsters out. Have you ever seen the Ford F-150 Raptor off-road sports car with a 450 horsepower engine, galloping on rough terrain roads with many difficult swamps? Suddenly, the car lost control when entering a sharp turn and overturned. The sound of the tires rubbing against the road surface made a deafening screeching sound. The car flipped at a 45-degree angle and slid down the cliff. White smoke rose from the front of the car. The staff quickly stood up the car so the racer could continue racing on the road. Horribly, heavy rain that lasted for many days turned the dirt road into a giant quagmire. Tractors, with a tonnage of dozens of tons, struggled to find a way to pass. The wheels were spinning, the ground was splashing, but the car still couldn't move. The driver was sweating profusely, trying his best to control the car. That scene was really tense and challenging. The job of carrying soil and other materials becomes simpler thanks to the dump truck. The dump truck, carrying dirt, heavy, lay at a 45-degree angle. Excavators with long cranes skillfully lift large pieces of soil to free the vehicle's body. Meanwhile, the thruster slowly pushes the vehicle forward. After many hours of stressful work, the car was finally taken out of the dangerous area. Great! After a long process of support, the car was completely erected. It was such a shock. It seemed like, at that moment, everything had ended. The situation makes us unable to imagine. The giant excavator, its body covered in mud, was stuck in a deep mud puddle. Its crane bent down helplessly. Its iron chains were tense. Another excavator, with outstanding power, was dispatched to the scene. Its crane stretched out, trying to hook onto the body of the stricken excavator, but the thick layer of mud made the job extremely difficult. The excavator was so overpowered that even the cakes floated up and still couldn't be pulled up. Did you know that the giant truck, with a powerful 500 horsepower engine, is struggling to climb the steep slope? The vehicle's body was filled with heavy goods, causing the vehicle to tilt, the wheels clinging tightly to the rough road surface. The driver, with extensive experience, controls the steering wheel carefully, gradually guiding the car through dangerous turns. The roar of the engine echoed throughout the mountains and forests, mixed with the sound of gravel splashing. This job cannot operate without a Komatsu excavator. The roar of the engine echoed throughout the area. The giant excavator was diligently digging deep into the ground to get sand and rocks. Suddenly, a loud noise rang out. Part of the wall collapsed, threatening to swallow the entire excavator. The excavator's crane was deeply embedded in the dirt wall. The crawler wheel was spinning wildly but could not get out of the mud puddle. The excavator driver panicked and sounded the alarm, while people around him watched with heart-stopping attention. Wow! The giant excavator, its body covered in mud, was stuck in a deep mud puddle. Its crane bent down helplessly. Its iron chains were tense. The sprocket whirred, but the machine sank deeper into the mud, like a trapped monster. The excavator driver looked at his machine with disappointment, knowing that he alone could not solve this situation. Scooping ponds and lakes becomes easier thanks to the scooper Hitachi. The giant excavator, originally a powerful companion in construction projects, has now become powerless. It was submerged deep in thick mud. The sprockets were spinning but still unable to move. A large capacity tractor was dispatched to the scene to rescue. The roar of the engine echoed throughout the area. The cable was tense like a giant pipa. However, pulling the excavator out of the mud is an extremely arduous challenge. Every centimeter of movement is a process of struggling with the gravitational force of the Earth. It's really unlucky for our driver today. Heavy trucks, inherently giants on the road, are now helpless before the power of nature. Trapped in deep mud, they were like ships stranded in the middle of the ocean. Each truck is a massive block of steel, but under the suction of the pale mud, they become extremely heavy. The engine roared continuously, but the wheels still spun without being able to move. The vehicles are taking turns pulling the cars that are still stuck in the mud and can't get through. The cable was as tight as guitar strings, but pulling these monsters out of the mud was an extremely arduous challenge. The next interesting machine is the scooper, a mighty iron and steel machine, now becoming small and weak before the power of nature. It was nestled in a deep mud hole, its tracks sunk deep into the slimy mud. All around, a dark brown color covers, leaving only the sluggish sounds of engines and drops of sweat rolling down the workers' foreheads. The tractor, with its rugged appearance, was trying its best to pull the excavator up. The heavy truck, with a 12-liter diesel engine with a capacity of 500 horsepower, slowly crawled up the slippery slope. The wheels finally tried to grip the road, but the slippery mud made them spin wildly. The roar of the engine became increasingly high-pitched as the driver accelerated to full throttle, but the car still only moved a few centimeters. The traction control system works at full capacity. The indicator light flashes continuously, but all efforts are meaningless before the resistance of gravity and friction. That difficult road was like a lesson in perseverance and will. Machines have shown us that, no matter how big the obstacles we encounter, as long as we have determination, we can still overcome them. Finally, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to discover more upcoming videos with us. Hello. Traffic always has many potential dangers. especially with vehicles transporting oversized and overloaded goods. Controlling these monsters requires drivers to have high skills and absolute concentration. However, the recklessness and carelessness of some drivers has led to unpredictable consequences. Join me to discover how they overcome these challenges. Oh my! You see, the heavy truck is flipping sideways down the side of the road. Traffic accidents caused by trucks are horrifying. When an oversized, overloaded truck overturns, the axle and wheels are broken and shattered, just like a bomb exploding in the middle of the road. Sharp fragments scattered, threatening the lives of passers-by. The process of rescuing the truck was extremely difficult. The consequences of these accidents not only cause physical damage, but also leave psychological sequelae for the driver. Next, a large, heavy pickup truck suddenly flipped over on its side due to being overloaded. Oh my God! In just a few short seconds, a terrible accident almost happened. The giant, heavy truck, hovering on the road, seemed invincible, yet it could shake and overturn, collapsing into the abyss. Images of tilted cars, spinning wheels, deformed frames, make viewers' hearts skip a beat. Tragic car overturns are so terrible that we all never expected them to happen. Oh my God! In just a few short seconds, a terrible accident almost happened. Huge, heavy trucks hover on the road, seemingly invincible, yet they can wobble and are about to collapse into the abyss. Images of tilted cars, spinning wheels, deformed frames, make viewers' hearts skip a beat. Fortunately, tragedy did not happen, but those breathtaking moments will certainly haunt people for a long time. Just looking at the operation of the off-road machine with a capacity of 285 horsepower, 3.6L V6 engine, we can see that their engine is very strong. An all-terrain vehicle with a rugged, powerful design, ready to conquer all terrains. The sturdy suspension system helps the car go over rough roads smoothly. Special tires with sharp spikes grip all types of terrain, from mud to gravel. The strong, powerful engine helps the car easily overcome steep slopes. It's hard to understand that the driver is deliberately not knowing these things. The car was driving on the road, its expression as if it was trying to act normal. However, everyone can recognize its funny incident. A wheel got stuck somewhere on the road. The remaining wheel rotated wildly, trying its best to pull the whole car away. The scene was ironic. The car kept dragging little by little, looking like a crippled turtle trying to crawl back to its nest. Motorcycle tractors, which are powerful iron horses, now become a danger when black smoke billows out of their chimneys. The heat conduction core is seriously damaged, causing the temperature in the combustion chamber to suddenly increase, causing a fire and explosion. The drivers tried to struggle to escape the fire, and the disaster went further. Thick black smoke not only pollutes the environment, but also threatens the lives of people around. Driving a dump truck full of wood on a slippery mountain pass is an extremely dangerous challenge. With a huge volume of cargo and high center of gravity, the car easily loses control, especially when encountering sharp turns.